So hello, welcome back to another episode of Illustrator. So we're going to look at our circles that we've got here. We've got them all selected. This is because I did the selection, as I mentioned in the previous episode. We take a look at the center point here. This would be you expect the center point to be when we press the vertical align button. And you can see that's basically what's happened. But there's different ways that you could potentially align this, right? So let's look at a different way to do it. The other one is align to key object. You see it's automatically selected that one. Let's actually say we want this one instead. So we'll select this one and we'll do a vertical align to the key object. And then all the other circles will come down to meet that selection. All right, so we look at the shapes again. You'll notice that, for instance, like these two are quite close to each other, these two are further away. That isn't actually alignment, that is actually distribution. So when we click here, it's kind of interesting because you've got the vertical align center. Directly underneath that, you've got the horizontal distribute center. So it sort of tells you that those two are actually related to each other. So we'll click this button. And you see now the distance between each of the circles is the same, right? And then that way you can actually do a diagonal line like that if you do horizontal and vertical, distribute center. All right, but let's say we move some of these down a bit. We need to make sure that we're always doing the right alignment stuff, right? So we're going to move those down and we'll make sure we've got these three selected. So let's use our direct selection tool to see what we can do. So if we just use a direct selection tool and do alignment here, it's going to do that. It's going to basically center it in the stage here. So what you might want to do is actually put it on a vertex, right? Or the anchor point. So you basically want to select corresponding anchor points. So for instance, we can select this, and then we shift onto that one, and then onto that one. Right? So then if we do this, vertical align center, they'll move up, right? But you do have to make sure that you have this bit selected as well, the align to key anchor, because this will tell you that it needs to align to this spot here on the top of the other ones. If you did align to selection instead, it's going to basically try to align into the middle point. The other thing as well is that when we do have it just aligned to the center, what it's basically doing is it's saying the height of this is 10, and I'm going to align it to 5, right? So it's not actually looking at the whole stage. Even though it's just the shape of this looks like it might be, but it's not really. If you want it to align to the whole stage, you do need to make sure you choose the align to the artboard, right? That way you can see that this distance here is going to be equidistant to this distance here.